So it's August, so it's National Day soon. So what's always on Singaporeans' mind?
Money. Assalamualaikum. We are
Sisters in Property.
property.
So welcome to our 5th episode. Wow, it's already at the 5th episode so
Itulah.
fast.
Hopefully kita istiqamah istiqamah with our episodes with giving our viewers information,
Sharing
updated
them
information,
knowledge
knowledge.
about property.
So today nak berbual pasal apa? What is our topic today?
So it's August, so it's National Day soon. So what's always on Singaporeans' mind?
Money.
And one thing special about Singapore
Pay and
is
pay.
we have CPF. CPF.
Correct.
Pay and pay.
Okay.
Oh yes, CPF because you pay now and then at one point you expect your CPF money to be helping you when you're old.
And CPF is something unique for Singaporeans. Yeah, this is the way our government actually ensure that the citizens have a good retirement.
And also it
Retirement
helps
plan.
you to pay for your property. Without CPF, can you imagine kalau tak ada CPF ni, how are you going to pay for your property? It's all going to be in cash.
Correct.
But accrued interest ni, CPF accrued interest is something macam
A
it
lot
goes
of
both
people
way,
have misconceptions about
Yes.
CPF accrued interest.
Yes.
So what is CPF accrued interest?
What is CPF
I
accrued
think
interest?
I have a lot of first-time buyer who are wondering what it is.
No, bukan first time buyer je kan. Second, third, fourth, fifth time
Ah.
buyer pun, even homeowners, they're not aware about this accrued interest and they don't know how it works. So I've heard stories, when we sit with my friends, macam-macam
Vision.
ideology, yes.
Ah.
Macam-macam version, macam-macam
Macam views,
yes,
good
yes.
or not good.
And they the first things first is they don't even know what is actually accrued interest. So apa dia accrued interest?
Okay, so CPF accrued interest is when you use your CPF OA to pay for your flat, anything related to the payment of your flat.
Be it down payment ke, be it stamp duty or the installments,
Yes,
right?
correct. You're actually borrowing from your own CPF. If you did not use that money, it would actually be generating interest for you in your
2.5%.
OA account.
Yeah.
But because you have used this CPF for your house, you then have to return it back to your
Yes.
CPF.
So every dollar you use from your CPF OA account, you need to return it back with interest.
interest.
Yes, and the interest is 2.5%. Macam sikit, right? 2.5%. Nampak macam sikit per year. But because this accrued interest over time, right, it will just keep increasing.
Accumulate.
Yeah, it accumulates every year. So by the end of, let's say lah, kalau you pakai 200,000, how much do you think you would for 1 year?
So you'll be about 50 to 60K.
Yeah, per
and that
year.
is actually a lot of money.
Yeah,
per year.
correct. You are a buyer, you beli, dah jual rumah, you nak beli, you want to fully pay out using your CPF OA. Bila the moment from day one you use this amount and you belum MOP, because I heard somebody, I heard like, this person said, oh, your CPF accrued interest doesn't start until you MOP. That is not right. It's not true.
You start using your CPF for any purchase payment of your property.
It starts from day one, not upon MOP. So can you imagine, you dah bayar habis rumah pun, accrued interest is still going, it will still keep on accruing. Yeah. So how is this a good thing?
So the government always plans for our retirement. So when you have this accrued interest, it actually returns to your OA account and eventually your retirement account.
When you get older, kan, you need to worry lah. Every month the government will pay you back. Sometimes, it depends how much you have. 600 to 1,000 plus a month. So even if you're not working, you still get money every month, which will help you with your daily needs lah when you retire.
First, that even though you are using your CPF OA for your property purchase when you're younger, but it helps, to keep your retirement as well in future.
So it's like a forced savings for your retirement.
Yes, true. So jangan ingat accrued interest ni is a bad thing lah, It is actually a good thing in a way, But there are also pros and cons with the CPF accrued interest. Let us dive in. Apa dia punya pros and cons? What are the pros of accrued interest? What is so good about having this accrued interest?
Well, it helps you keep growing your CPF if you did not use the money. So your retirement would be
Secured,
safe,
Yeah, secured. Correct.
And it also actually prevents you from overusing your CPF for your property purchase.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
it sets a valuation limit.
Yeah, to your property.
Mm.
Okay, what are the disadvantages of this accrued interest?
Of course, the longer you stay in your flat, the accrued interest goes up. And when the accrued interest goes up, your sales proceed actually becomes smaller.
Lesser kan?
Mm.
Yeah, and then okay, let me just touch a bit on this accrued interest, because banyak orang cakap accrued interest is still your money. Why you worry? It's still your money. It goes back to your CPF. But we have done cases where clients actually need the cash. So maybe lepas 5 tahun you jual rumah, your MOP lah, rumah BTO, your BTO flat you jual 5 tahun, you sell, you dapat 300,000. Can I ask you, both of you lah, you rasa dalam masa 5 tahun tu boleh ke save 300,000?
No, it's very difficult for normal average
Yeah,
income earners to earn
kan.
300,000 or to save
To
300
save,
300,000 for
50,000 per
years.
year pun macam susah kan. Yeah, in
Yes.
Singapore context with children nak banyak nak bayar, and your expenses is not cheap. 50,000 a year pun susah. So we have I believe kita also pernah ada clients yang rely a lot on this proceeds.
Kalau nak renovate your next house, you need money. Kalau you
Down
are selling your
payment,
house to fund your kids' university, you need money.
Yeah,
A lot of reasons. Yeah.
So this is actually an avenue for us lah, for our community. Daripada nak kena pinjam saudara, pinjam orang-orang yang tak menentu, nanti you get all this
Some people ada hutang,
kan,
nak kena bayar.
kan. So yeah, it helps a lot actually for them to move on. Maybe kalau, even though I think upgrading also, it's also, they need this.
Definitely lah, because if you are using bank payment, you give 5% deposit. Even if you're using HDB loan, you're also putting a 50% of your previous profit cash. Yeah.
And it's actually a stepping stone for those who want to upgrade as well, right? This cash proceeds from the sale of this flat. Some people, they have a lot, banyak duit dalam CPF, monthly installment, no problem. But it's the cash portion yang which hinders them from upgrading to a private property. So with this, right, we are able to move on and maybe have our options, wider options into property. Right.
Then
So that
another disadvantage in some cases we have seen for houses that is sold at a negative sale, it will actually really affect their cash proceeds. And sometimes you feel like as if you sell your house, but you're not profiting anything.
Correct. And then if you have when you sell your property at a negative sale, kan, even your accrued interest dah tak ada, so it doesn't help in any way. Your retirement funds dah tak ada, because accrued interest tak ada, kurang ada tapi kurang. So you don't have money to pay back the accrued interest. Bila negative sale, accrued interest pun dah tak boleh terbayar.
So can I ask, when will people see a negative sales?
Okay, what is negative sale? Negative sale bila, okay, let's say you beli rumah you 400,000 20 years ago. Now you want to sell rumah tu baru 500,000. Okay, so for 400,000, let's say you fully pay up from day one. Kaya tak apalah, kaya lah ni. So 400,000, you use it for 20 years. How much will be the accrued interest?
About 240k.
240,000, right? So you bought the flat at 400,000, you owe CPF 240,000, so total 640,000. Correct? Tapi you jual rumah baru 500,000.
Correct.
So 140,000. 140,000 ni is actually your loss lah, your negative sales. So you jual rumah tak dapat apa-apa pun. Yeah, in fact you even owe CPF bought 120,000.
So they can actually avoid this when this couple actually, if they were to sell their house
earlier. So they sell earlier kan, they would have avoid this.
I think this happens usually for like the older folks, right, who like to stay in their flat for
Yes.
a long,
I
long
think
time.
Yes,
our
there are.
parents'
From
time,
their
our
children,
parents'
10 years
generation.
old, until the children already 20, 30
Correct.
years old. They are still
Correct.
in the same
Yeah.
house.
But we seldom see this pattern in our generation now.
I
Not
think-
many,
I think our generation more savvy. They
Yeah,
like to
they
have
like
a
to
change of
encash.
environment.
Yes, and also encash whatever you can get, might as well, right? I mean, like, yeah lah, that's the only avenue. So what does this mean? Kalau what does this disadvantage when you sell your house? Kalau you hold it longer, your cash proceeds kurang, right?
Yeah, it will actually erode lah your cash proceed.
Yeah, and then maybe you cannot even afford your next house purchase.
And then if the sale price is too low, negative sale, you have problems refunding your CPF into your retirement account maybe.
Yeah. Tapi maybe I can try and ask for minta belas ihsan CPF to waive off lah. But then it all of course it's subject to CPF approval. So accrued interest you tak boleh avoid. As long as you're using your CPF funds, right, you cannot avoid. But what can you do?
First, you have to be aware of how much you are using. So that means checking up regularly in your SingPass CPF account how much accrued interest you are accumulating.
And when making a house purchase, you must make sure there's actually a balance lah between your CPF usage plus your cash usage.
If you can, if you can use, which is good. Like it's actually like a forced savings when you use your cash.
Correct.
And lastly, just maybe do some checks, every like a few years and do your calculations and see what does it look like after you have refund your CPF accrued interest with your CPF OA. So what will your cash proceeds be like? So it's good to do this checks every now and then just to keep yourself updated with your CPF funds, with your accrued interest, and how much cash you have from the sale of your flat. So and here at Hero Homes, right, kita punya calculator is really different. Yeah, it's like yes, different from what you see outside. Because with our calculator, right, you can actually project apa, Fazlin?
So actually, when we actually meet up with our clients, we can actually show them what is your cash proceeds if they were to sell their property now. But for some clients, they are just trying to get consultation, but may not have plans to sell now. And if they plan to sell maybe 3 to 4 years later when their kids are already secondary school and then they can shift to a different neighborhood, then you'll be able to see how much accrued interest is incurred and how it will actually affect their cash proceeds then.
Yeah, that's what our calculator will do. That's what our calculator will help you see. So even if you don't want to see now, in 5 years later, you know what you're going to do.
So at least we actually give our clients options because some of them, they just want to know, they just want to find out, and they may not be serious about selling the house now.
So I hope kita give a wider, our version, the correct version of what accrued interest is, instead of hearing dekat kedai kopi, pakcik-pakcik duduk berbual pasal accrued interest. So at least you have a more accurate
understanding
of what
accrued interest is.
If you want to do a calculation, you don't want to do it on your own, you just want to get any one of us to just do a financial check on your property, drop us
a comment, or DM us, or check us out on TikTok and Instagram,
and we will gladly assist you at no obligation. Maybe over a cup of coffee, I datang you masakkan mi ke, buat epok-epok ke, epok sedap we can do that at no obligation because we like to share. It's good to share with our community about where their stand is with property instead of not knowing and then teka sini, teka sana. So
so don't wait until it's too late to get your consultation or your numbers in order.
And don't wait for too long until your CPF accrued interest snowball, and that's when you realize that alamak,
dah tak boleh jual
get the negative sales.
So here we are, sisters in property with accrued interest. I'm Wawadin.
I'm Fazlin.
I'm Mirta.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.